Welcome back to another video. Today I'm starting to do book reviews, and this is a new series on my channel. I hope it does good. I hope it goes good. If you guys enjoy it, I will definitely do plenty more of them. And let's get right into it. So we're gonna do 4 comic books, 4 manga, and 4 novels. Right now though, for this one, I only have 3 novels. And so we're gonna get into it, and it might shorten. I might not do that many books next time. We'll see. It'll differ each video. So we gotta point the camera down. So we got Absolute Superman. Got this at Barnes and Noble. I have read a bunch of the Absolute so far. Actually, the 2 other ones on here on the comic books are Absolute. But so far in this series, I really like Absolute Superman. I think it's one of my favorites. From what I've been hearing, people didn't really like it. I like it. I'm not gonna spoil you anything in these books or book reviews. I'm just gonna review them. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it an 8. And if you like comic books like I do, and are into like Superman and Marvel or DC, just all that type of stuff, I do recommend getting Absolute Superman. I love the storytelling. I love the different stuff they just do in the Absolute comic books. So Superman, 8 out of 10. I would definitely give it a try. Next, we have Absolute Green Lantern. This one is a 10 out of 10. Recommend. Do get it. I got this from also from Barnes and Noble. A lot of these books I got from Barnes and Noble. I broke my bank account at Barnes and Noble. So I love reading. So one of my favorite hobbies. But Absolute Green Lantern is amazing. I love the difference that they did with this. Instead of just making Hal Jordan the Green Lantern, I will say that he is not the Green Lantern, as you can clearly see from the cover. But amazing story. I gotta get the other one. I did kind of get confused, I think, with how they're doing the other lanterns. But other than that, I really like it. And I think I'll give it this one, like I said, 10 out of 10. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Our next one, Absolute Wonder Woman. Now, those are the only 3 absolute actual comics that I have in person. The other ones I've read, the only one I haven't read was Absolute Flash. That's the one I have to get. But like, in Absolute Martian Manhunter. But other than that, those are the only ones I have to get. I don't have Absolute Batman, but I do want to order so I can have all of them in actual comic books. But Absolute Wonder Woman, this one I give a 7 out of 10. Probably so far, it's still a good one. It's hard to be like to rank these. Oh, this one's the worst. This one's the best. They're all really, really, really good to me. But if I had to, I guess, say to be like, this one probably be the lowest one. But this is still not saying it's bad or anything, but it's really good. I like it, and it's not bad at all. But if I had to put them in a tier, I would this one probably be at the bottom. Just because I was never a real fan of Wonder Woman, but I do like what they did here, and I do like the Greek gods. So she's been my favorite in that aspect of having, Ares and all that in her stuff. So I've always messed with it. But yeah, so Absolute Wonder Woman, 7 out of 10. Did like it though, and would recommend you getting it, especially if you like Wonder Woman. Next, and we're speeding through these. I'm sorry, and I talk really fast. So X-Men. This one is a series. I have to get the other series. I got this one from Barnes and Noble. It's actually my sister's on. She told me to pick her out a comic book, and I picked this one because I thought it was a one shot. I wasn't really paying attention, but this is really good though. I gotta get the series because it's the X-Men basically. The whole government's trying to hunt them down and stuff. They had to move into like this different town, and they're trying to get these other mutants to join them. Really good. I like what they're doing with Cyclops, and I like Magic's character development in this. It's really good. Magic, I like what they're doing with her. And Juggernaut's pretty good too. I just don't like the fact they made Juggernaut like the dumb, strong dude. Like they kind of basically almost do with him every time. But this one I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. If you're not a big fan of X-Men, then of course you're not gonna like it. But who's not a big fan of X-Men? But I like the X-Men, and it's a really good comic book. It's hard for me to say stuff is bad. So if y'all ever hear me say something is bad, then majority of the time it probably is bad because I don't say a lot of stuff is bad. Like I'll never say this is like horrible, the worst thing you'll ever read. But I like it. So there's a lot of stuff I don't like either. So 6 out of 10 would recommend. If you, like I said, if you like X-Men, you should get it, or Marvel in general. Next, we're moving on to the manga. Now, we're gonna do Red Flower first. My bad, I was checking the time to see how much the thing is going. Red Flower, I got this from MomoCon at an it's like a Comic Con basically. It was in Atlanta and I went to it. The dude was like, you should get this one, it's really good. And I was like, bet. Really good. It's think of it as like, he said it's like Naruto. I forgot what he said the other anime. It's like he combined the two animes. But he did say it's like not like similar to Naruto, but it's kind of similar to Naruto. It's about a young boy growing up in a village and him trying to raise up to be like one of the top people in the village as a fighter because his brothers won. But he ends up going through a lot of trials and tribulations. Like, actually, in this, they make you at some points not like him, and it shows like the failure throughout his journey. Like most main characters, you kind of tell, oh, okay, they're gonna win. They kind of make it obvious that the main character is gonna win, but he actually goes through a lot of trials and tribulations throughout this story, which is really good and great for his character development. Because there's even moments in the book I'm like, dang, I really don't like him, or you just see like the arrogance or ignorance in him. It's a really amazing book. I recommend getting it. This is probably, out of all the mangas, this is probably one of my favorites, and I have to get number 2. I have not got number 2 yet, but 10 out of 10. I like it. You should like it. If you do, read it. Next, we have Kaiju Kamu. That's probably not how you say it. Then I was supposed to practice how to say it before I started the video, but I forgot to do it. Anybody here who's ever watched Kaiju number 8, it's very similar to that. That's basically what it almost is. It's just instead of him turning into a kaiju, he has a Neuralink with the kaiju. Still pretty good. Number 2 comes out in February. I've already ordered it because I like. You guys, my phone had died, and now I'm back a day later, continuing this. I can't remember where I left off, but I was talking about this. It's really, like I said, it's really good. 10 out of 10, I would recommend it. Well, if you like kaijus, I would recommend it. Like, if you like Kaiju number 8 or anything dealing with kaijus or giant monsters, you would like it. I would only recommend if, like I said, if you like kaijus, of course. Moving on, we have Kagurabachi. I probably botched that name, but a really, really, really good manga, Swords anime, or manga rather. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I really like it. If you like swords play, you'll like this manga. I like the main character. I like the story. Probably one of my favorite mangas. I don't read a lot of mangas. I like watching anime more than reading mangas, but I still like reading some mangas, of course. But other than that, this is really good, and I would recommend it. And yeah, like I said, 9 out of 10. The main character is my favorite character in it. Next, we have Disney's Twisted Wonderland, the manga. Surprisingly, I did not think this was going to be good. It was actually alright. I give it a 6 out of 10. I have to get number 2. I haven't read this in a while. But if you're just looking for something casual and just want to get like, just find like more mangas to like just look at, you can get this. This wouldn't be the top of the list I would recommend to you. I wouldn't recommend this to somebody. I'll point it out, but I wouldn't recommend it to you. Unless you're just obviously looking for something like this. But really good. It's not, I won't say, I gotta stop saying just really good, but it is good to me. Like I said, I am the type of person who, it's hard for me to find stuff bad. But I can understand if this is not somebody's cup of tea though. So 6 out of 10. You can check it out for yourself to see if you like it. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it though. Next, we're getting into the novels. Starting with It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Everybody's probably heard of her. So this is actually a sequel to It Ends With Us. I'm going to put a disclaimer for all Colleen Hoover books I am going to review from here on out. I'm not gonna recommend if you're not into romance, violence, domestic violence, and essay and all that type of stuff, which is in her books. I would never recommend her books because of how dark or kind of uneasy and uncomfortable it can get. But unless you can stomach those and you like those type of stuff, then of course get her books. But like, I wouldn't recommend it. I like the story. I think they kind of overdid it with the abuse, but they kind of understand she was doing it to kind of make the story feel more impactful. But It Starts With Us I like because it's more kind of tamer than It Ends With Us. But I like It Starts With Us kind of better. But you have to read It Ends With Us to read It Starts With Us because this is a sequel. So I give it a 7 out of 10. The story is good. I see what she's going for. But I can understand not to be somebody's cup of tea if they're not into that type of stuff. Another Colleen Hoover book. This one's actually really good. This one doesn't have abuse and all that different stuff in it. It just more is about trauma. And this has a great plot twist in it. I don't want to say too much, but this has a great plot twist in it. This one's I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because of the plot twist in it. And I guess like I said, I wouldn't recommend her books if it's just not your cup of tea. But like, if you like romance and you don't want like, I would never recommend It Ends With Us or It Starts With Us because of how crazy that can get. This one, I could hand to you and be like, check it out and see if you like it. I haven't read all of her books. I've only read this one, It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us. Those are the only 3 books I've ever read from her. But this was actually the more tamer one, I think, from what I know and from what I heard. I heard there are other books that's probably, I think, more wilder than It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. But November 9th, really good, 10 out of 10. Love the plot twist in it. And I would recommend it. This is probably her only book I would probably ever recommend. Last but not least, we have Icebreakers. 10. This is a 10 out of 10 book. Like, this is pure, not only because it's sports and I love sports, but it's a sports romance. And it's such a, I won't say realistic type of situation, but like, it's one of those situations you can see yourself in. I like it. So like I said, 10 out of 10. Probably one of my favorite romance books I've read or so far. Got it from Target, as you can clearly see. But 10 out of 10, I would recommend this book. If I had to give somebody a romance book, I would give them this one. This is really good. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do more book reviews. Just have to finish some more books. And I'll be back because I have a bunch of comic books I can review, which I'll probably end up doing that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see y'all in the next one and have a very, very blessed day.